Bengali music comprises a long tradition of religious and secular songwriting over a period of almost a millennium. Composed with lyrics in the Bengali language, Bengali music spans a wide variety of styles. Bengal is today split between the Indian state of West Bengal and the independent country Bangladesh. Styles. The earliest music in Bengal was influenced by Sanskrit chants, and evolved under the influence of Vaishnav poetry such as the 13th-century Gita Govindam by Jayadeva, whose work continues to be sung in many Eastern Hindu temples. The Middle Ages saw a mixture of Hindu and Islamic trends when the musical tradition was formalized under the patronage of Nawabs and the powerful landlords Barobuians. Much of the early canon is devotional, as in the Hindu devotional songs of Ramprasad Senabhakta, who captures the Bengali ethos in his poetic, rustic, and ecstatic vision of the Hindu goddess of time and destruction in her motherly incarnation, Ma Kali. Another writer of the time was Vidyapati. Notable in this devotional poetry is an earthiness that does not distinguish between love in its carnal and devotional forms. Some see connections between this and Tantra, which originated sometime in the middle of the first millennium CE. Forms. Bishnupur Gharana. The Bishnupur Gharana is the sole classical Gharana of Bengal. It originated in Bishnupur, Bankura by the court musicians of the Malik kings. Jahandir Khan of Delhi, a descendant of the Tansen, was the father of Bishnupur Gharana. Jahandir Khan was brought to Bishnupur by Malik King Raghunath Singh II. Bal. The Bulls are a group of mystic minstrels from the Bengal region, who sang primarily in the 17th and 18th centuries. They are thought to have been influenced greatly by the Hindu Tantric sect of the Khattabajas as well as by Muslim Sufi philosophers. Bulls traveled and sang in search of the internal ideal, Monaminush, and described superfluous differences between religions. Lalan Fakir, alternatively known as Lalan Shah, who lived in the 19th century in and around Kusha, is considered to be the greatest of all Bulls. Rabindra Sangeet. The greatest personality in Bengali music is, without a doubt, none other than Rabindranath Tagore. With close to 3,000 songs written and composed over a poetic lifetime that spanned more than 65 years, Rabindranath Tagore is an enigma. His music is primarily based on poetry, and hence is an exemplary instance of Kavyagati, a style of composition that later found widespread use in the music industries at Bombay and Calcutta. His songs are affectionately called Rabindra Sangeet, and cover topics from humanism, structuralism, introspection, psychology, romance, yearning, nostalgia, reflection, modernism. Tagore primarily worked with two subjects. First, the human being, the being and the becoming of that human being, and second, nature, in all her myriad forms and colors, and of the relationship between the human being and nature, and how nature affects the behavior and the expressions of human beings. Bhanasingha Tagore Podaboli, or Bhanasingha Podaboli, one of Tagore's earliest works in music, was primarily in a language that is similar and yet different from Bengali. This language, Brajabali, was derived from the language of the Vaishnavas, and of texts like Jayadeva's Gita Govinda. Some influences from Sanskrit can be found, courtesy Tagore's extensive homeschooling in the Puranas, the Upanishads, as well as in poetic texts like Kalidasa's Meghdhatam and Abhijayanam Shakuntalam. Tagore was one of the greatest narrators of all time, and throughout his life, we find a current of narration through all his works that surges with upheavals in the psyche of the people around him, as well as with the changes of seasons. A master of metaphor, it is often difficult to identify the true meaning that underlies his texts, but what is truly great about Tagore is that his songs are identifiable with any and every possible mood, with every possible situation that is encountered by a person in the course of life. This truly reinforces the notion that Rabindra Sangeet has at its heart some unbelievably powerful poetry. The Upanishads influenced his writing throughout his life, and his devotional music is addressed almost always to an inanimate entity, a personal, a private God, whom modernists call the other. Rabindranath Tagore was a curator of melodic and compositional styles. In the course of his travels all over the world, he came into contact with the musical narratives of the West, of the South of India, and these styles are reflected in some of his songs. There are several classifications of his work. The ones that beginners most often use is that based on genre: devotional, romantic, seasonal, summer, monsoon, autumn, early winter, winter, spring, diverse, patriotic apart from songs specified for certain events or occasions, and the songs he composed for his numerous plays and dance dramas. Most of his musical poems are detailed in two series of books, the Gitabatin and the Swarabatin. However, there exist several poems of his that are set to music, and yet find no mention in either of the above. These are handed down from his students to the students and so on. Some of the notable exponents of Rabindra Sangeet are Shantideb Ghosh, Shailajaranjan Majumdar, Himanta Mukhopadhyay, Kanika Bandyopadhyay, Rajaswari Dutta, Debabrata Biswas, Suchitra Mitra, Pankaj Kumar Malik, Santosh Sengupta, Subinoy Roy, Chinmoy Chatterjee, Ashoketaru Bandyopadhyay, Sagar Sen, Supriti Ghosh, Sumitra Sen, Ritu Gurupurabi Mukhopadhyay, Purbadam, Maya Sen, Babasend Gupta, Kamala Basu, Geeta Ghatik, Nilima Sen, Sushil Malik, Piyush Kanti Sarkar, Argu Sen, Satanath Mukhopadhyay, Utpala Misra, Kabir Suman, Sharmila Roy Pomo, Swastika Mukhopadhyay, Shubho Guhadakirta, Rana Guhadakirta, Agnavor Bandyopadhyay, Bainani Ghosh, Meeta Hakt Pramata Malik, Rezwana Chowdhury Bona, Indrani Sen, Sraboni Sen, Srikanto Acharya, Jyoti Chakraborty, Supratik Das, Shriya Guhadakirta, Paramagatik, Sahana Bajpai, among many others. Nazrul Ghaiti. Another influential body of work is that of Qazi Nazrul Islam, which constitutes what is known as Nazrul Ghaiti. Some of the notable Nazrul Ghaiti singers from India include Suprava Sarkar, Dhirendra Chandra Mitra, Manabendra Mukhopadhyay, Dry, Anjali Mukhopadhyay, Rainbows, Adia Bagchi, Purabi Dutta, Firoza Begum, Anup Ghoshal, and Bangladeshi singer Saurabh Hussain. Shyama Sangeet. Shyama Sangeet is a genre of Bengali devotional songs dedicated to the Hindu goddess Shyama Kali, which is a form of supreme, universal mother goddess Durga Parvati. It is also known as Shakti Durga Stuti. Shyama Sangeet appeals to the common man because it is a musical representation of the relationship of eternal and sublime love and care between the mother and her child. It is free of the common rituals of worship and also the esoteric practice of the Tantra. Dwigendra Ghaiti. Dwigendra Lal Rays. Dwigendra Ghaiti, which number over 500, create a separate subgenre of Bengali music. Two of Dwigendra Lal Ray's most famous compositions are Dana Danya Pushpabara and Bangrama Janani Amar. Ray is regarded as one of the most important figures in early modern Bengali literature. Achal Prasadi, one of the major lyricists and composers of early modern period, is also widely popular in Paschim Banga. Atul Prasad is credited with introducing the Thumri style in Bengali music. His songs centered on three broad subjects: patriotism, devotion, and love. Prabhat Samgita, also known as Songs of a New Dawn, and Prabhat songs, are songs composed by Prabhat Ranjan Sarkar. Sarkar composed a total of 5,018 songs, including the lyrics and the tune, in a period of 8 years from 1982 until his death in 1990, making using of 8 different languages: Bengali, Hindi, English, Sanskrit, Urdu, Magahi, Maithili and Angika. Other Bhatyali, Bawaiya, Tamil, Gambhira, Kavigan, poem sung with simple music usually presented on stage as a musical battle between poets. Jatrapala, songs associated exclusively with plays, usually involves colorful presentations of historical themes. Numerous other poets and composers had laid the foundation for the rich repertoire of Bengali music in the 19th century and early 20th century. Some stalwarts of this era include Ramnidhi Gupta, Lalan Fakir, Achal Prasad Sen, Twijendralal Ray, Rajanikant Sen, and a large canon of patriotic songs from India's independence movement. Modern Bengali music. Modern Bengali music has been enriched by Indian singers like Jagan Moimitra, as well as artists such as Hemanta Kumar Mukhopadhyay, Manabendra Mukhopadhyay, Sandhu Mukhopadhyay, Mana Day, Geeta Dutta, Sachin Dev Burman, Dry, Bhupen Hazarika, Lata Mangeshkar, Asha Bhonsle, Kishore Kumar, Kumar Sanus, Dhananjay Bhattacharya, Shamal Mitra, Taran Bandyopadhyay, Satanath Mukhopadhyay, Sri Radha Bandyopadhyay, Dwijen Mukhopadhyay, Manabendra Mukhopadhyay, Mitali Mukherjee, Satyalal Chakraborty, Jagan Moimitra, Robin Majumdar, Biju Dutta, Gurukada Bhattacharya, Satya Chowdhury, Sachin Gupta, Subir Sen, Dilip Kumar Roy, Uma Bose, Kanan Devi, Sabitri Ghosh, Ela Ghosh, Kamala Jarya, Angabala, Injubala, Utpala Sen, Gayatri Bose, Supriti Ghosh, Alpana Banerjee, Protima Banerjee, Sabita Chowdhury, Azam Khan, Abdul Jabbar, Abul Mahmood, Firdausi Rahman, Khurshid Alam, Bashir Ahmed, Saeed Abdul Hadi, Shahnaz Rahmatullah, Gleam Sharafi, Abida Sultana, Kanak Chappa, Shakila Zafar, Samina Chowdhury, Happy Akond, Lucky Akond, Maksud, Arnob Miller, Farida Parvan, Latif Sani, Barry Siddiqui, Inusha Anadal, Sabina Yasmin, and Runa Layla, all hailing from Bangladesh. Krishna Chandra Day, Babani Charan Das, Radharani Debi, Manokanti Ghosh, Panalal Bhattacharya, Hiralal Sakil, Nirmal Bhattacharya, Kirtan Samrat Ratnaswar Mukhopadhyay and Gitashri Chabi Bandyopadhyay were famous for the renditions of devotional songs, while Abbasuddin Ahmed, Abdul Alam, Rahoman Boyarti, Indro Mohanraj Bongshi, Kiran Chandra Roy, Nirmalendu Chowdhury were stalwarts in singing Bengali folk music. Sanat Sinha and Japamala Ghosh carved out a niche in children's songs. Bengali music is highly indebted to legends like Qazi Nazrul Islam, Rabindranath Tagore, Jawzam Uddin, Fakir Lalan Sani, Al Abdul Karim, Hassan Raza, Kari Amiruddin, Kobi Zalal and many more. All traditional Bengali music is based on classical music or on its variations. Some of the most reputed classical musicians of the subcontinent come from Bengal, including Ustad Alauddin Khan, Sangeetacharya Tarapada Chakraborty, Pandit Ravi Shankar, Pandit Manas Chakraborty, Ustad Ayat Ali Khan and Ustad Darbad Hussain Khan. Notable Bengali music composers active in Calcutta in the 1930s through the 1980s include Himangshu Dutta, Kamal Das Gupta, Ray Chand Boral, Tumir Baran Bhattacharya, Pankaj Kumar Malik, Inupam Ghatak, Sachin Dev Burman, Durga Sen, Kalipada Sen, Gopan Malik, Nachiketa Ghosh, Robin Chattopadhyay, Hemanta Kumar Mukhopadhyay, Salil Chowdhury, Sudan Das Gupta, Shamal Mitra, Pabitra Chattopadhyay, Anil Chattopadhyay, Anil Bagchi, Abhijit Bandyopadhyay, Rahul Deb Burman, Ajoy Das, and Bapi Lahiri, while Ajoy Bhattacharya, Hiran Bose, Subodh Purak Astha, Pranab Roy, Sailan Roy, Gauri Prasanna Majumdar, Shamal Gupta, Pulak Bandyopadhyay and Mukul Dutta were well-known lyricists. Bengali rock. Bengali rock is a music genre in which the song lyrics are written in the Bengali language. It may refer to rock music of Bangladesh, rock music of West Bengal. Western influence has resulted in the emergence of the phenomenon of Bengali bands both in Dhaka and in Kolkata, as well as songs reflecting the joys and sorrows of the common man. Jaibon Mukhi Gaan. Bengali bands became popular with young people in the 1970s both in India and Bangladesh, and have since become entrenched in modern Bengali culture. Recently, traditional folk-based Bengali songs are also being released by bands. Rock music of West Bengal. Rock music of West Bengal originated in Kolkata, West Bengal, India. The first known Bengali rock band was Mohina Goragali, and also India's first rock band. In modern times, in this type of music distorted electric guitars, bass guitar, and drums are used, and sometimes accompanied with pianos and keyboards, and in early times the instruments used in the modern times were also accompanied by saxophone, flute, violin and bass violin. Bhumi, a Bengali rock band formed in 1999, has also been using flute in the music. Rock music of Bangladesh. Bangladeshi rock is the rock music of Bangladesh. It originated in Chittagong with Souls, which was formed in 1970. Distortion, electric and bass guitars and drums are used, sometimes accompanied by piano or other keyboard instruments. In the past, it was accompanied by saxophone, flute, violin and bass violin. Famous band. Bangladesh. Some famous Bangladeshi bands are Miles, Nagabaul, Arc, LRB, Warface, Feedback, Souls, Prometheus, Arc, Renaissance, Nova, Obscure, Chime, Artchel, Orthohan, Maxudo Dhaka, Black, Cheyenne Armhan, Cryptic Fate, Scarecrow, Arbor Virus, Nemesis. Renaissance. India. Bands like Mohina Goragali, Bhumi, Chandrabindu, A5, Porosh Pathor, Fossils, Cactus, Lakachara, Crosswinds, Kalpurush, Skinny Alley, Prajya, The Anupam Roy Band, Prahor, Prathibi, Shahar, Aliens, Ishan, Calcutta Blues, Soul Unity of Rhythm, Kaya, Blood, Cryptic Road, N10, Pota Amarudyan, Chaya Knot. English bands from Kolkata include Cassini's Division, Bolpur Blues, Insomnia, Underground Authority, Pseudonym, Chronic XORN, Ensemble, What Escapes Me, Evil Conscience of Kolkata, India are also notable. Singers like Ajoy Chakraborty and Kaushiki Chakraborty are working to bring back classical raga influence into Bengali music. Bengali bands use a wide variety of styles such as rock, pop, folk, and fusion. The music is influenced both by popular American music as well as traditional Bengali folk music such as Zari, Sari, Bhatiali, Bawaiya, Shyama Sangeet and Baul. Bangladeshi hip-hop. Bangladeshi hip-hop is a genre of music and culture that covers a variety of styles of hip-hop music developed in Bangladesh. Bangladeshi hip-hop is heavily influenced by US hip-hop and started in early 2000.